Good morning. Good morning. If you're noticing anything different, it's because in my place of occupation. Good morning. Good morning. At my place of occupation, they are celebrating St. Patrick's Day, of which I happen to have some genealogical connections to. So I figured I'd do a little bit of the stream. Sometimes this turn is so easy. Sometimes not at all. Not at all. So I'm just about to make a left-hand turn. I will be putting gasoline in my car this morning because it's almost empty. All right, well, welcome. Thank you for joining me, and I'm going to be doing my best to explain how I treat tradition and culture. So, I was raised under the precept that I was primarily like the most significant culture that I was raised under and heard about the most was the culture that I don't look like. Cherokee. And that sounds weird, but just based on what I look like. However, I was raised visiting the area, not as a tourist, but as part of my lineage. My father's great-grandmother was a coffee tradeswoman. She was either daughter of a chief or wife of a chief. I can't remember which, but there was a chief somewhere in the close family, and I was raised hearing about the Cherokee Nation. I was raised with certain cultural and not spiritual per se, but just a certain reverence to the culture, to their ways, to the preservation. The Cherokee language fascinated me. It still does. Cherokee language is really fascinating. But that I just want to give that little bit of context for how I started in life. I don't know what's going on right now, but welcome. I'm glad you're here. You didn't miss much, Nate. I'm sharing about tradition, culture, how I was raised, so on. I was discussing how I was raised under a very, very high affinity and recognition of the Cherokee people. Yeah, you're not blocking the entire... Yeah, it's all good, bro. It's fine. You're just blocking the entire entrance. Appreciate you, bro. You're fine. I'm just going to hop the curb a little. You did it. I'm good. Didn't have to hop to a curb. So, Cherokee. I know I don't look Cherokee, but, yeah, what's up? But Cherokee is one of my identifying cultures and ethnicities or whatever. I have a lot of history that I learned about, that I've researched. It's legit. It's not just, oh, everybody's Cherokee. No, I mean, I have legit interesting stories. I actually could have qualified for the per cap, but you have to do that before you're 18 years old. It's, I guess, for the best, but that was like basically you get a free mortgage. You get like $300 is up to $1,000 for a mortgage. You get like $80,000 every 5 years or something. It's something like that. I don't know. But I'm going to talk to you more about other. Yeah. So at my place of work, I mentioned that we're celebrating St. Paddy's Day, and I'm going to talk about my Irish lineage as well. Even though I have a whole lot more English than I have Irish, but we'll discuss that. I'm just gonna fill up. I'll be right here. All right, we'll wait for the click. So started out talking about, yes, this hat is to celebrate St. Patrick's Day at my place of work, and that's why I have a green dealio on as well. Cherokee and escaped slaves. I don't know particularly. But when I did my research, my paternal line is heavy English, and that's just so weird to me, because Brit and English and all of that, possibly Seminole, that sounds about right. Are you gonna cut my foot off? Evil door. What was I talking about? I don't really associate with the English. I don't consider myself an English person. I mean, I know I've got that in me. I get it, but the culture is what I'm talking about. This is about tradition. And I don't eat figgy pudding or I would though. I mean, I would. Maybe because I have English in me, I'm okay with the idea. Black pudding, spotted. I don't even want to say what they eat because it just sounds so vile. But I would eat it. I mean, bangers and mash I thought was pretty fantastic. I had bangers and mash in DC. All right, let me wrap this up and I'll be back on the road. All right, what's up? What's up? Ready to go. We are ready to go. All right, let's make this happen. It's always a little awkward. Just a little awkward. I mean, it's less awkward for me to wear this hat in public than it is for me to be talking to a cell phone. But I'm not talking to a cell phone, and they don't get it. If they don't want to get it, they don't get it. They're not going to get it. That's their loss for not getting it. Everybody wants to get it. All right. Yeah, I agree, Nate. Totally. Nate is a good author. He's given enough evidence. He's a good author. I would be interested in actually reading an entire book. And I did have a goal of reading 5,000 pages. It's not 1,000. Good grief. 50 pages a week. Ugh. I'd have a lot of catching up to do. It wouldn't be hard to catch up. It's 1,000 pages. It's like 3 books. I should be able to do that in 3 months. I really should. But not if I'm spending all my time researching. So of course it's reconnecting. All right. Am I back? Am I here? I know it takes a long time to... Hi, August. What's going on? Alright. Alright, well, here's the thing. Something happened around here then, because that's the same location that it went out yesterday. So, I stand corrected. That's fine. It seemed very coincidental, but that's pretty much the same location that it went out yesterday. So, okay. Okay. It's all good. There's not any other hot spots that I know of, hopefully. Doesn't look like an Irish hat, though. Okay. You're right. It's green, though. Good grief. You're right, it's German. Fine. I do have German as well. But a lot of my background is English and other. Like, I should just go all over. Well, August would know. August lives over there. Yeah, we should pray for that guy, because it sounds terrifying to live in a communist. It's just, Europe is just going so downhill. So downhill. I guess it's been a decline, a slow decline for many, many years. But yeah, you're right. It's more German, Austrian. I get it. St. Patty's Day. I mean, guys, I'm doing the best I have with what I've got. I mean, now you're gonna make me like question whether or not I should wear my green hat. You should just wear as much green as you can. Follow the dress code. That was the rule. I don't have any clovers. I've got a green sweater, and I'm appropriating a German hat for a St. Patty's Day celebration. Good grief. Oh, man. Oh, boy. That's some funny stuff. I really don't... That's the funny thing about me. I've got this younger guy. I've got a younger dude that works with me. He's only a couple years younger than me, but he knows everything about Keck and the just a lot of stuff that I'm just like, I don't get it. The NPC thing, he knows all the memes, he knows their names, he knows all this. Oh my gosh, he just knows all this stuff, and I'm just like, that's cool, man. It's fine. I feel old around people like that. The language is changing, and I'm just like, okay, all right, fine, okay, whatever. So speaking of tradition, at all, I assume it's like an alternative meme for making fun of religion and stuff. Just based on a lot of the stuff that I've seen. That's what makes sense. But so speaking of tradition, I started off talking about my Cherokee heritage, which is how I was raised, to acknowledge the Cherokee aspect of my culture more than any other aspect of my lineage. And why did the largest people ride like mopeds and scooters and stuff? It's like really uncomfortably. Anyway, we'll move on. So it's too hot in here. Turn this down. I have trouble breathing when it gets too hot. So let's see here. I know I have Irish. I've got English. I've got lineage that traces all the way back to Constantine the Great. I've got just a lot of different, I guess mostly English though. I've got German, on my mom's side. See, and I'm thinking my paternal line. When I'm thinking about this and I'm getting stuck, I'm only thinking about my paternal line. Not just my paternal line, but just my dad's side of the family and all that. So, I mean, there's a median, that's why I'm not stopped. It is what it is. So, let's talk about tradition, though. It's about culture, right? So, I wanted to talk about the Cherokee because it's obvious that it wouldn't be, or rather I should say, it wouldn't be obvious that I have Cherokee. It wouldn't be obvious that I have an alleged famous Cherokee relative who was a businesswoman, which was unique. We're talking about 170 years ago, somewhere between 140 and 170 years ago, somewhere in that neighborhood. She was selling coffee. She was basically a drug dealer, basically. I'm not trying to disgrace the history of my family. I'm being facetious when I say that, obviously. But she dealt coffee. Coffee was the drug of choice, and it's fine. I love coffee. Maybe that's why. I'm kidding. I don't think that's why. I don't think stuff tracks down anyway. Your great-great-grandparent, they really loved chicken, and that's why you love chicken. Just shut up. Just shut up. So I had that. I have confirmed people that were on the registry and all that stuff. A ton of my family is buried in Hanging Dog, North Carolina. And the ones that are true Cherokee, they know what that means. Why do they call it Hanging Dog? So, tradition is the topic, Miranda. Welcome. Hello. Tradition. So, the reason I'm talking about Cherokee is sometimes our culture and our tradition goes beyond what we look like. So, there was an introduction in my young years. I don't know. I'm trying to think of how to phrase this without distorting the topic too much. Somehow I was raised under the pretense that I was heavily Cherokee, Native American, legit, not like that 1,024th person at all, obviously. I mean, it's not. But also, culturally speaking, because of where I grew up, I grew up around a lot of other cultures, and I'm not gonna say that we like started celebrating other people's what are those cars? It's always amazing. Trains carrying cars. So weird to think about. Yeah, not exactly August. For a non-American, you keep up with the details. It's all good. Or maybe you used to live in America. I don't know. It's all good. All I'm saying is, we didn't celebrate the holidays and stuff, but we really, food-wise, you may have thought that I was not the color of my skin growing up based on the food that we ate. Whether it be Indian, at one point, or not Native American Indian, but Indian. Or at other times you might have thought that my mother was African. Based on the lifestyle, the culture inside of my home, the type of people that we associated with, and the food that we ate, all that stuff. So I was raised in a pretty eclectic, that's the right word, eclectic environment culturally, and we made up a lot of our own traditions. Maybe that was the ex-English in us that did that, but there's a lot of interesting aspects to tradition and to how your cultural history impacts your behavior. It's amazing how much stuff gets passed down the line. So if you happen to know anybody with German lineage, by the way, like strong German lineage, you may notice that they're not extremely extroverted, that they typically will only have a handful of friends, possibly only one or two, or likely only one or two. And then you'll find other cultures that have, they'll call everybody friend, buddy. Everybody's friend, but nobody knows anything about their life. They're extroverts, they're superficial. Not that all extroverts are superficial. It's just a nature of, and not that all heavily introverted people would be deep and intimate at all. I'm not claiming that either. Roar! My nose itches, and the sun's in my eye, and I have a sun visor. I'm just unnecessarily struggling this morning. So, I'm just pointing out, it's interesting how much is passed down. Behavioral, personality type stuff can get passed down via culture and lineage. So for me, my family pretty much borrowed a lot of celebrations. We celebrated things like St. Patrick's Day, and nothing of anything that we ever celebrated had any religious connotations at all. It was for the sake of food and fun. And by fun, I mean like color and just decorations and stuff. So like some of the holidays that I wouldn't even really celebrate in the same way as an adult with my family, it's not how I was raised, and that's okay. I'm I'm not criticizing. Like, for instance, I don't know, the king cake, for instance, which that has to do with Mardi Gras, which is definitely a different celebration than St. Patrick's Day. But anyway, if you eat a king cake, is it wrong? Stuff like that. There's people that'd be like, yeah, okay, fine. But it goes back to the verses in the Bible about not eating food that was offered to idols, and then also not doing things that will cause your brother to stumble, and all that good stuff. If it doesn't have meaning, though, to you, it doesn't have any power. It only has power that's been attributed to it. If somebody tricks you to eat something that was offered to an idol, hypothetically, it doesn't mean something's going to happen to you. Especially if Christ is in you. A house divided cannot stand! Yeah, a loose paraphrasing of the Bible there. Mustacheless man. I'm pretty sure the mustacheless man was the one that said that. I could be wrong. So, tradition. I don't know what kind of traditions you have. But I'm trying to develop traditions in my family. It's tough. My kids are 7, 6, and 3, and got crazy. I can't see a thing going. I see the white, and that's about all I see. My screen is dimmed. I can tell that it's still on. That's about as far as I can distinguish right now. But yeah, my kids are young. We do different things. We do gingerbread houses, for instance, because the cookies are yummy, and the icing, and the decorations. It's fun. It's a craft project. Oh no, guys. I'm really I did not study or prepare for this topic at all, so I'm probably losing a lot of you. So I'm sorry about tradition. Hey, I do a video on traditions and kind of explain my background and my stance and perspective on the situation. I can only imagine that there's productive conversation being had in the chat. So, good stuff. Thanks to multiple people's generosity, I was able to fill my car up this morning. That was very kind, very excellent. I appreciate the support. And this is a good topic. I know I titled this tradition, but somebody commented on my instructions to research and gave me a pretty good idea. I just have to schedule the time for it. It's fine. Oh, speaking of schedule, I'm going to start posting, but my wife and I are we hit the 250 mark. Hopefully it continues to go up, because if it goes down, we're just going to cancel. I'm kidding, but maybe I'm not. I don't know. But anyway, we're scheduling the Q&A for Sunday. Sunday evening. Very likely Sunday evening. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure Sunday evening. So, that's it. That's the deal. It's like a demon feather fragment or something was literally just inside the corner of my nose. So, I'm not intentionally picking my nose, guys. It's just a little piece of feather or something was attacking me. And I don't want to rip my nose off of my face as an alternative to simply just inserting my finger slightly within. It's, oh God, that's really awkward. Not the nose part, just talking about it is really awkward. My hair grows so fast, it's as if I can feel it growing. I kid you not. And I saw that there was a question about wrenches and other wrenches. And I assume that you're just giving each other a hard time. But I'll go back and check later. I don't know what's going on. So for anybody that's interested about the whole wrench thing and you don't know how to do it, go to one of your previous videos, go to the live chat, or the comments actually. If you're doing it from my iPhone, this is what I know. You click on the person's name or the little 3 dots. There's like 3 dots sometimes. You click on that or you click on their name. A little menu pops up and it literally says add moderator. So that's how that's done. They have to have commented. If it's somebody that's never commented on your channel, they're probably not going to make a good moderator. I'm just saying. But it's my mother's birthday today. Happy birthday to her. I will be calling her later on today, either on my lunch break or this evening. I already sent her a gift, of which I hope she enjoys. So, I got way off track. Okay, instructions to research. Please, thank you. Instructions to research. And somebody left a beautiful comment. Hey, oh no, I think it was Miranda. I could be wrong. I thought that this was instructions to research the Bible. And Devin is late. I'm not late to work. I've got 30 minutes before work starts. I'm fine. Everything is fine, guys. It's all fine. It's fine. I just like saying fine because I think it's a funny word for some reason. Everything is fine. It's fine. It's fine. No, my Orthodox Jewish boss. That sounds funny, like a metaphor. It's not a metaphor. When I used to be a manager of an art gallery, and the boss was an Orthodox Jew, and he said that all the time. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And everything's fine. It's fine. And I love that guy. I still pray for him regularly and check in with him. We chat from time to time. He loves PragerU. Loves PragerU. And anyway, we'll move on. So Miranda, I'm pretty sure, posted a comment. I thought that this was a instructional on how to study the Bible. And I was like, man, that's a really great idea. I would love to do that sometime. So I'm going to do that sometime. I think that that's beautiful and lovely. This is a massive tractor trailer. Massive semi. What's semi about it? At what point is it no longer semi? Does anybody else get confused about these words? Semi? Like why is it not full? What makes it not full? Does anybody else wonder about this stuff? Am I the only one that wonders that kind of stuff? But yeah, I mean, I've got tons of resources, guys. Tons of resources. Wait, I think I'm supposed to be going 70 right now. I'm going faster. Chill out. Yeah, throw your hands up like I just ended your life. Like I killed something that was precious to you. Yeah, I'm wearing a hat. You're wearing a hat. We could be Hattie together. Hattie. My great grandmother's, no. Hattie Wallace? Hattie. Yeah. My great grandmother. That's my great grandmother's name. Hattie. Hattie. But for real, on the not so low down, but the real on the level, that'd be kind of fun to just do an entire video of nothing but colloquialisms. I'd have to write them down though. I've got a good brain, but I'm not that good. Big reason why I haven't done my video on the J word, the most offensive word in the world. That's a video that exists in my mind. It's just incomplete, and I want to do it justice. And justice is not the J word that's the most offensive word. Obviously not the most offensive word. But yes, I want to do an entire series even of how to see the Bible, how to do hermeneutics, like where to go, how to do it. And I should do it from my computer because that way you can see my screen. And most of the resources are accessible and free. Yes, you can buy books, all that. But and for anybody coming to this video is like, I wanted to watch a video, educational, all about tradition, and you've done nothing for me in regards to tradition. I'm sorry. I don't really rename the video titles unless it's extremely necessary. I did talk a little bit about tradition, but I get distracted. Go flow. And I'm basing what I talk about. I don't want to like just number my videos. I want to give a word to it so I can be like, go watch the video titled Tradition, or go watch the video titled this. I don't know. It's whatever. I'm arguing a non-complaint that may never exist. Why do I do that? It's a tradition. I don't understand that little thing back there. We twist where I come from. 1989 when I popped out. Microphone in my hand, heartbeat. Okay, I can't rap, obviously. Obviously I can't rap, but that's one of my favorite Canon songs. I forget the title of that song. 1989 when I popped out with a microphone and a heartbeat. Heartbeat, or that might be what he's saying, a heartbeat. Maybe that's what he's saying. Maybe he intends for that to be a double entendre. Double entendre. That's a weird accent you got there for your French there, buddy. It is what it is. 1989 when I popped out. I don't know. It's a good song though. We twist where I come from. Canon's a good guy, guys. Canon has got good music. Good is I'm using that word loosely. I hope I've explained myself about the good thing. I think I did a thing all about the good, right? That when Owen talks about somebody being, oh, he's a good guy. He's a really good guy. He's not. It has absolutely nothing to do with salvation. It means moderately trustworthy, and I would probably like on an earthly standard trustworthy, basically. right? I'm not going to trust my life with him. I'm not going to put my life in his hands. He's not that kind of good guy. For anybody that didn't hear me talk about that previously, that's pretty much my reinterpretation. If Owen doesn't believe that, then I guess I shouldn't speak for the dude. It is what it is. When I say good guy, that's what I mean. I would probably let the guy, I mean, I have one car, so letting somebody borrow my car is kind of a difficult thing. But that's a release of, that's a thing of trust big time. To let somebody drive your car, that's tough. But people have done it for me. I mean, it shows great trust and love. And some people just don't care, but I don't know. That's not that I care. It's just when it's the only thing you have, it's not, I don't know. I mean, this vehicle could be gone in a second. Literally. So, I get it. It's not like I would cry. I'd work it out. But anyway, I just want to describe the good thing. Obviously has nothing to do with salvation or what God thinks of you. There's better words probably. I'll say that. There's probably better words than good because it's just so distorted. I've talked about it enough. I'm pretty sure I missed the diaper. All right, fine. I'm trying to be safe. I'm not even taking my eyes off the road because that would not be safe. Oh, I know where I put it. Yeah. Thomas! It smells so nice. Did you know there's a stream of gospel bearer sniffing a diaper? It smells so nice. I kid you not. It smells so clean and fresh, like flowers on a foreign alien planet. I saw a big fat WTF. Sing Along Bear said she missed the diaper, so what? Trailblazer Bear, what's up? I was actually planning on doing that a while back. It just thought didn't occur to me until she mentioned put it back in the car seat. My kids are gonna be in those car seats. So my middle daughter sits in that one. I cannot point. I don't even. The main car seat that you can see with the little green and the big shoulders. That's my middle daughter sits there. My son sits directly behind me, and then way in the back, you might be able to see a little tidbit. My oldest daughter, she sits way in the back. I have a broken shoulder dealio. One of my seats back there. Inconveniently, the shoulder strap stopped working, so that's annoying. I gotta get that fixed eventually. So let's wrap this up. Let me check out the chats, see what's been going on. The numbers obviously up and down. La 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 la. Oh, that's a lot of comments, guys. Oh, guys. Go ahead and leave more comments. It's fine. Yeah, Nate needs to get published for sure. And Vox Day might be the outlet for that. Vox. I think that he would be into your writing, Nate. I've said that before. I'll keep saying it. Doesn't look like an Irish. I know. It's just fine. Parent doesn't mean to get you.
good. In the Alps in Austria. All right, August. Um, yeah, I think wrenches can't do anything to other wrenches, which is kind of hilarious. That is so funny. Um, no. There is a gender appropriation thing, but we shouldn't get mad. Grumpy Bear, I know you were joking, but yeah, transgenderism, whatever the heck you want to call it. Yeah, it is appropriation of gender, but I don't want to validate anything that has to do with appropriation, except possibly people that appropriate the word of God for evil. Yeah, those guys, they're gonna suffer a really vicious judgment from God. It's pretty scary. Pretty scary. Cooling effect, Evan. When you're fat, you get hot. You like the airflow. I don't know what you're talking about, Nate. Um, Irish, English, German. August. That's interesting. Is there a way to conclusively prove that? People moved around so much, August, to claim that you know that the Irish are from the tribe of Judah and that the English are from the tribe of Ephraim. That is, it seems so hard to actually confirm that. Constantine, and they took me down. Okay, that's, yeah. Fine. It's a German hat that I'm wearing for St. Patrick's Day. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. Definitely has a higher female to. Interesting. Uh, Intoxicating masculinity. Gotta take care of mom stuff. She was out. It's been good. I think it's cooled down. According to Cherokee, when and how did they enter America? Dude, the Bering Strait. That's the story I always heard. I don't think that they. So here's the two ways that it could have happened. No, Pangea is not an option because the flood. The flood is likely what separated Pangea into the continents, and everybody died. So Noah's descendants walked over. They just migrated. They just kept going. The Bering Strait is not nearly as old as they think. Like it was there way more recently than they think. And they could have boated. They could have been like, "Hey, there's land over there. Let's go over there. It's fine. Whatever." One lady leaves, one enters. I don't know how he's doing it. I don't know either. I go to Owen's channel and I poke a bunch of bears. I just say, "Hey, what's up? If you care about the truth, then that's what I try and talk about. And sometimes I talk about nonsense because I'm a human being and I don't get it right every time. But I try to point people back to the truth and try to give you the resources to read and learn about the truth. There are many branches in my family tree. We were killed or died young. We lived to be very old. Heh, I'm an American. Yeah, man. My people have been in America since the late 1600s. Michelle, yeah, it is an interesting question. Yeah, it is an interesting question. Everything I've always heard and learned had to do with them coming over the Bering Strait between Russia and Alaska. It seems pretty intense, but it's way less intense than a little canoe across the Pacific or Atlantic Oceans. Yet the Mormons, they know nothing. The Mormons know absolutely nothing. Well, that's a really strong thing to say. Yeah, they don't know anything. They made everything. They're just a make-believe, fictional cult. It's no different than Scientology. People think I'm sure because I'm loud. That's part of being German too. Yeah. Flamboyant Larry. That's right, Grumpy Bear. You got it. They wanted to kill his family because of lies, and that was righteous. That was righteous anger for wanting to kill him. Whether or not they should have righteously killed him is not not what I'm arguing, but I'm just saying they wanted to kill him because he was a liar. Lying about the most precious and holy thing you could lie about. I know I'm talking pretty quiet, but I assume you can hear me just fine. There are 1,000 metric tons of American, hardly any of what the Mormons talk about. Yeah, exactly. Just the song, the video too. Exactly, August. No new gospel. That's why I constantly quote 2 Timothy 3:16, y'all. About when people bring up the topic of prophecy, I'm like 2 Timothy 3:16. So 8:54. Oh gosh, there's a lot of comments. And I guess that's why super chats become a thing, especially when there's 4 times this number of comments, basically. When the number of comments are 4 times this, I get it. It gets really hard. Yeah, tonight. Yeah, my wife goes shopping on Fridays, so yeah, I'll join, or I'll be the host. I guess that's the plan for Fridays. I'm asking for a friend, sing along. That's hilarious. You could be serious, and maybe it's not funny, but I think it's very funny. I tried very hard to ban Baldy Locks earlier. Oh gosh, you all are funny. I will let you adopt or buy one of my children. I have. He might not be lying. 2-for-1 special. Good grief. His tardiness. I mean, I left on time today, basically. I've been leaving a lot earlier. So maybe folks got used to me starting a lot earlier. But no, 8:30, which is 9:30 EST, but 8:30 CST, Central Standard Time. Wow, Trailblazer Bear. That's pretty funny. Because of the fifth wheel hitch, and it's about weight distribution between the trailer and the truck. Very technical, Bally. That's interesting, August. I'm slightly familiar with the book you referenced, Ancient Near Eastern Text. Of GB dressing like Eminem and doing a rap song. 500 sing-along? If you want me to imitate and actually practice and like do a legit Eminem impersonation, we're gonna need some dollars my way or something. Let's do a video where I read. We don't live that far away, Baldy. Baldy's like 6 hours away from me, maybe 7. I wasn't even kidding when I said that. It's fresh. Unused, obviously. This could be cut out and misused so bad. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Enter the protagonist. Wow. What a great word, by the way. Protagonist is a funny word. I had a few streams where the diapers in the car seat. Yeah. Relocated the diapers. So, yep. They don't believe in quality rap. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of people that don't believe that there's such a thing as good rap. There is good rap, obviously. Be not obvious to you, but I've been playing Jackie Hill Perry for you guys, and she's legit, the most legit female. Wait, what did August say about Vox? Email him directly. I would almost go as far as saying that he is God-fearing. Yeah, it's fine. This is the morning, last one I can do because I'm back to work next week. I got you, sing along, it's fine. Just quit your, yeah, let's not. Yeah, you probably could pull it off, sing along. Music goes a long way, and I'm not good with music. I could be a good producer, could be a good programmer. I could produce good music, but I can't make it with my mouth. The flood was not local; it was global, buddy. I've got a really good video that goes on and on all about. Yeah, Michelle. Owen has read my super chats a handful of times. So if people find me that way, that's really great. Gosh, there's so many comments. I'm gonna not even. Yep. Let me just go all the way to the right now. Okay, I wasn't that far behind. All right, you guys are commenting a whole lot, and I don't even see any really major questions. Thank you for participating. I'm really glad that you guys can hang out and have fun, productive conversations. Check out Gospel Bear's video titled Rap. Yeah. The rap video is where I pretty much break down all the different artists that I like, I'm into, but I missed a lot. I recognize that too. All right. So I'm out of here. I'll be thinking about, depending, I don't know. I may or may not stream this on the ride home. I'll probably, I don't know. It depends on if my mom is available, because I want to talk to her. Oh yeah. All right. I'm headed into work or I'm going to be late.